The Buddha. Transforming the butcher. Long ago, on the outskirts of a small city, there was a poor village by the river. In this village lived a man named Kumla, let us call him so. He was born into a family of butchers who survived by slaughtering cattle, pigs, and chickens. Since childhood, Kumla had been taken by his father to the slaughterhouse, where he witnessed animals tied up, trembling in fear, their cries echoing as the knife came down and blood splattered on the ground. At first, the boy's tender heart trembled, and he often cried. But over time, repeated exposure hardened his soul. His father always told him, "Son, this is the trade passed down from our ancestors. It is by their blood and flesh that we survive. If you are soft-hearted, how will you feed yourself or your family?" Those words sank deep into his mind. And as he grew older, Kumla became a feared butcher. His hands were large and strong, always gripping sharp knives. People used to say, "In this village, when Kumla's name is mentioned, even the cattle tremble." His face was stern, his eyes sharp like blades. Villagers feared him and kept their distance, unwilling to associate with a man who lived only by killing. Yet, deep within, Kumla was a hollow he could not fill. Many nights, after a day of slaughter, he would return home exhausted, only to lie awake listening to the wind. In restless dreams, the images of screaming animals and their resentful eyes returned. He often woke up in terror, his heart pounding, cold sweat soaking his back. But every morning he told himself, "This is my life. If I don't kill, how will I eat?" One day, as the sun rose and cast golden rays over the green rice fields, the village buzzed with excitement. The Blessed One and his monks are passing through to receive alms. They were very fining tonight. The news spread quickly. Villagers were overjoyed, offering fruit, preparing bowls of rice and vegetables to present. The whole village was filled with happiness. Kumla, however, scoffed. "Buddhas and saints. People cannot live without eating meat. They talk of compassion, but I only trust the blade in my hand." The Buddha knew there was someone in the village steeped in heavy karma. Out of boundless compassion, he chose to visit. As he and the monks passed the slaughterhouse, the sound of knives striking and the cries of a bound ox made the monks' hearts ache. The Buddha stopped at the doorway. Kumla, wiping his knife, looked up and saw a monk with a serene presence, his gaze both gentle and majestic. Kumla frowned. "What do you want here? This is no place for chanting and prayers." The Buddha calmly replied, "I did not come to stop you. I only wish to ask, after all these years of slaughter, have you ever found peace within yourself?" Kumla froze. No one had ever asked him such a question. After a pause, he growled, "Peace? I only care that I have meat to eat and money to spend. That is enough. Peace is for the weak." The Buddha looked at him with eyes full of compassion. "The lives of those animals are as precious as yours. They too fear death, cherish life, and feel pain when harmed. By killing them, you pile up hatred, and your own heart will never be at rest." The words rang like a bell in Kumla's heart. For a moment, he remembered his nightmares, the terrified eyes of the ox he had just slain. A strange unease rose within him. He stammered, "But if I stop killing, how will I live?" The Buddha smiled. "The righteous path is not built on blood. The farmer who sows seeds will have rice. The one who tills the soil will harvest vegetables. Those who work with honest labor will always have food. Lay down your knife, and you will see the light." Kumla looked at his blood-stained hands. They trembled as hot tears rolled down his hardened cheeks. "Blessed One, I have strayed too long. I want to change, but is it too late?" The Buddha placed his compassionate hand upon his shoulder. Even a dark cloud disappears when it drifts away, and the sun shines again. It is never too late. If you stop killing and nurture compassion, you plant seeds of merit for the future. Hearing this, Kumla dropped the knife, fell to his knees on the blood-stained ground, and wept like a child. Villagers who witnessed the scene were deeply moved. From that day, Kumla abandoned his trade. He sold his knives and slaughterhouse, turning instead to farming and raising animals without harming them. At first, life was difficult, but his heart grew lighter. At night, he slept peacefully, no longer haunted by screams or nightmares. In time, Kumla became a gentle man, often encouraging villagers to live kindly and avoid killing. The children no longer feared him. Instead, they ran to hold his hands, calling, "Uncle Kumla." Once, he told them, "Children, a knife can take countless lives. But these same hands, when no longer holding a blade, can plant seeds of love. Thanks to the Buddha's teaching, I have found peace in my heart." The villagers admired him and retold his story as a living testimony to the Buddha's boundless compassion. From then on, the saying, "Lay down the knife and one becomes a Buddha," spread far and wide, reminding all that whoever turns back from evil can free themselves from dark karma and discover true peace.